We in the building. We in the building. We in the building. This is just retarded. This is just stupid. I don't even like having that up there. Wait for somebody to fall in to make sure I'm actually. You know what? I don't need that shit. I check it my damn self. I can check it my damn self. Damn self. All right, my shit work. Let's pull up a website or two. I'm gonna need a website or two. A website or two. All right, I'm over here checking all types of shit. All right, cool. Started out. Greetings, all. Welcome back to. Well, not welcome back. I've been gone for a minute, so what's up with you? What's a reborg podcast has returned. Cannot make any promises on when what the shit you out gonna be. The shit you out. We on the shit you out. When the last time y'all been on the shit you out? Send this shit. Now let's be gone. Yeah, cause I don't, probably. Somebody said, "Why you look like a super tall 12-year-old in this pic?" I'm actually like, I want to say second or third grade or something like that. It's not that Let me move these thick ass papers out the way. What is this one? Oh, okay. Just had that one going on. All right, somebody in here. I already hit with the greetings. What's up? What's going on? Co-host, Righteous Hydration, boy chilling, on sleep mode. Oh man, what's been going on with me? Nothing much, man. As usual, just trying to maintain, keep my mental in order, center das energy. No, but I officially got done with the food field. Done with that shit. If I do anything, it'll be something that I do myself. Maybe sling a plate or something like that. Once I move to a, y'all already know the deal. Once I move and all that other stuff, but I joined the HVAC program at Virginia Technical Academy for those in the area. It's at City Center. Enjoying myself, man. We doing all types of cool stuff. I'm very interested in this, man. I'm really, in it to win it, man. I'm not worried about it. Oh, you're gonna be outside. It ain't no difference from being in that hot ass kitchen. So on the hot days, it ain't gonna be no different. On the cold days, it ain't no damn different. Trust me. Bundle up, goddamn. Bundle up, goddamn it. But yeah, it's been cool, man. It's not just, it's been some class work, but we also been doing a lot of hands-on stuff. We had to thread the black pipe paws, put the little rings around it or whatever paws. We had to take some copper and make a frame out of it. Then we had to solder the pieces that connected, and then put it in a pressure test to see if air was gonna come out of it. If it didn't, we passed. This that. Some people kept theirs, took it out, and I didn't feel like keeping it. Me just being satisfied knowing I completed it and did a good job on it. That's good. In classes, it has been different because our original teacher, Mr. Mike Grow, the homie. He taught the first day. I started back on March 11th. He taught the first day and got sick the very next day and missed that whole week. So he was there for the rest of the month in March. And then he got sick again. And then the owner of Virginia Technical Academy, I'm going to say VTA from now on, Mr. Dave, he ended up teaching the class, which is kind of tough. So because, he runs it. So, he's taking care of all the classes that's going on, people that want to come by, because there's always somebody who want to come by, look at the facility, see the classes, see the stuff that's been completed, sit in on a classroom session and stuff like that. So he's kind of preoccupied with running this business. And when he was teaching the class, we were getting out early a lot of the days, no later than 1 o'clock. 1:30 and stuff like that. But he taught us a lot of hands-on stuff. So they replaced Mike Grove with the new Mike. I call him new Mike or ponytail Mike because he got the ponytail. He look up Lars from Metallica. That's what he looked like. I told him that, and he had a good laugh. We got a good class. Not too many. It ain't a whole bunch of extras. People coming in there to work. This, that, and the third. They're trying to complete it. Yeah. Today was busy as hell. I had an inspection, an apartment inspection. They came and checked on that and stuff. And then I had a Zoom call with the VA because I'm trying to get an increase on my disability. I think my condition has gotten worse, so want to be compensated for that. Outside of school, what I got going on? I got my guitar lessons. Shout out to my guitar instructor Tim. I wish I knew if Goo was in here. People who know Shaggy, he looked like a 30-year-old Shaggy with one of them nasty little handlebar mustaches. I never seen a black dude with a handlebar mustache like that. not in this day and time. So. But that he's cool. He's expediting the process pretty quickly. Like, we're going through stuff. Once I get something down 2 or 3 times in a row, he's moving on to other stuff. Right now, we're on switching notes, like strumming one note, get a 4 count, 1, 2, 3, 4, switch it to another one, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's pretty much where we at. We at the point where I can, getting the scales down too. But it seems all right. He wants me to be able to play a song by the end of this month. So we shall see. Because I gave him one difficult song and a easy song. And the easy song is, what we're going to do first. Look Good in Leather by Cody Chestnut. You don't have to go listen to it. Please don't. Because I don't want nobody to listen to it. I mean, that was ass, man. That's the type of shit you listen to? Yes, on the daily. Don't let me get in the foreign bag. But that's been cool. I have to cut my nails a lot because they grow a lot. I don't bite them, so they're growing all the damn time. So you kind of really don't need nails when you're playing guitar because I got the acoustic. I want to take it to the, the ground, the grassroots, take it to the beat, to the beninging. And since we're discussing music, let's just go ahead. What happened? Let's just go ahead and get this up out the way. Of course, the ignorant man himself is texting me. Like I ain't streaming. Like an Isaac. The reason that we're here. Oh, okay. Look at who you came to see. Now, but while we're talking about music, let's go ahead and get this up out the way. This Kendrick, Drake, Ross, Future, Metro, Drake Against the World type shit going on right now. I ain't gonna be too long on this. First of all, I haven't listened to anything. I haven't listened to anything on anybody's side for real. All I'm just, this is, I'll be honest, man. I really just don't care. And it's like I don't like any other artists. No, hell no. I've been fucking with Drake since So Far Gone, R and Drake, Comeback Season, all that shit. I ain't, I would craft those albums differently if it was me, but I ain't. And you know, he doing this thing, so you know, good for him. Kendrick, overly addicted, been on the since, been listening to him since OD. You know, so I fuck with the artist that's in it, but man, I just don't really care, man. One, man, they ain't got no beef for real, man. This is just this ain't no what you this ain't no. And I don't even want to call them out. Let's talk to the stands on both sides. Let's get that shit going. Drake fans, please stop. Please. Just say it's not your cup of tea. You don't want to fuck with it. Understandable. Saying this shit is whack when you weren't listening with you're not listening to like it. You're listening so you so you can't like it. So that's different. You already knew what it was. There were I ain't had no problems with some of the stuff I read that Drake had said. You know, he's short and he got little feet. That's funny to me. I've been laughing at a picture of Marvin Harrison Jr. and Kyler Murray all day today. So I ain't, you know, from the stuff that I read, it's Drake. He gonna throw shots. I got this. I got that. Get these hours. I might get a choke on. I got the bread. I'm killing the charts, which is all true. So you know, it's Drake. Kendrick, I heard. Well, apparently he barred him up, and I can only agree because people are talking about they can't understand it. Man, stop. Y'all know damn well. Y'all know damn well, man, he not using no big words or nothing. Now he hitting you with, he hitting you with multiple entendres and stuff like that, but that's just a part of the game. Rappers do that. Drake does that. Wayne does that. Double entendre, multiple entendres is a part of rap for real at this point. Please stop trying to act like he's saying unequivocally and anti-disestablishmentarianism. He not doing all that shit. Y'all know. I know Kendrick. And he not putting no confusing words like that in there for y'all. Y'all gotta stop. And Kendrick fans, y'all gotta chill too. Cause both sides was wilding out talking about, oh, he got to respond right now. Oh, he got to respond right now. Nah. You either got the option to respond or not respond. The time limit really doesn't fucking matter. I mean, if you wait too long, then ain't nobody gonna give a shit about the battle. And then, it is oh well, you missed that and all that shit. Stop saying that. Stop saying Drake is washed. We already this is the crazy thing about it. We already knew this stuff about Drake. Hey, get away from there, please. You move. Get away from there, please. Thank you. We already know the stuff he do, man. He been stealing flows, styles. It's I don't care no more at this point because it's gone on. People just let it slide for so long. Like I really don't have, am I a fan of it? No, but I mean it don't matter. Y'all have killed other people for flows, but y'all, won't kill him. Drake got classics. To me, I think it's so far gone. And maybe damn, what's the one where he had the little dude on the cover with the skies? I think that was a good ass album. He got good albums. So this now only when I really didn't care for the only thing I really didn't care for was Scorpion. Not because first of all, sonically, it really didn't sound good to me. It's still all right because half the tracks are good, but it's about damn near 30 of them. So if you got 30 pieces of good songs and 30 pieces of you got to chop that down. Wasn't that big on the Michael shit. Nothing was the same. I think that's up there too. And on the flip side, Goo, I just said, in my opinion, Goo, you are the biggest Drake fan I know. I think you pretty much liked all of them. All right. You think I'm pretty sure what he got, like 8, 9 albums. I'm pretty sure 7 to 8 of them you think are classics. So, like I said, he got classics. We can't deny that. And then on the other side, y'all gonna act like Kendrick ain't got no classics. Please stop. Please. Just please stop. The dude stops the rap game every time he drops something. Now, if you ain't fucking with the consciousness shit, that's understandable. Just say it, but don't say it's ass because it's not, and don't say it's a classic because he had the country in grips the whole time the album came out. Nobody could talk about anything but To Pimp a Butterfly. Then he hit you with the goddamn Grammy show, and I'm just talking about his performance. I'm not talking about no awards. He hit you with that, and that shit was a classic. It's got a whole lot of views on YouTube. Where he was chained up with the jail suit. Come on now. Same thing with Damn. People was hyped. They didn't expect him to come out with that. It's not as conscious as To Pimp a Butterfly. Um, it's not as conscious as To Pimp a Butterfly, but it's still in there because the consciousness is just him. It's just what's gonna be in there. Kind of like kind of like on some Nas shit. Nas, he take different areas, but he's always maintained his consciousness. Tupac, the same thing. They may go off another direction, but they still maintain the consciousness. It's gonna be a part of it. Overly Addictive, the same way. Untitled Unmastered, I count it, but it's kind of like the throwaways from The Pimp a Butterfly. So, and I don't really want to say throwaways. I'm gonna just say B-sides. I put that up there with Nas's oh man, what's the name of that Nas junk that came out? It's got Purple, Do-Rags, Drunk by Myself, the Lost Tapes. I kind of put it in that realm. That was good to me personally. I don't think he has a weak album. I've enjoyed all of them thoroughly, for real. And you can't argue that he can't rap. Though on either side. It's just not the style that you are accustomed to. Another goofy ass one I heard is how he gonna be talking about Nelly and murdering. Ain't he the conscious rapper? The same dude that said keep your head up and Dear Mama said I get around and that's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. My 4-5 gonna make sure all y'all kids don't grow. But that's considered one of the greatest disses of all time. A conscious nigga. A nigga that a lot of people considered a revolutionary in his thoughts and in his work. Was talking about putting motherfuckers away. Cut it out. Same thing with Nas. I'll rock hoes, y'all rock fellas. And now you want to take my spot, fellas? Feel these hot rocks, fellas. I don't think he's talking about a meteor. I think he's talking about fucking bullets. And that's coming from Nas. Black girl lost. So please don't do that. And he's always had those bars. It's just a part of, where he grew up with and, the set where he from. It's difficult for a West Coast nigga not to mention the gang life because it's damn sure, especially from LA. Damn near impossible. It's difficult. Now, some of the shit, I mean, when you saying shit, but everybody know when Kendrick dropped. We pay every time. Good, and that's coming from the biggest Drake fan I know, Goo. Every time Kendrick drops something, everybody stops. I don't give a fuck what's going on. So you can't take the fault. That mean he got the relevancy, and Drake has been one of the biggest artists of damn near all time. When it comes to number one songs, I want to say he's like 5th or 6th all time. 5th or 6th. Because I want to say it's the Beatles. It's Mike, the Beatles, somebody else, White and Rihanna, that got like more number one. I want to say songs. And that's on the Billboard 100. As far as the hip hop shit go, he got it out there. I don't think it is Taylor. If it is, I think she's behind him. She's behind Drake for real. But she definitely, she on the list of the top 10. It's been a couple of weeks since I actually looked at it. But, I mean, let's be honest. Some of the shit he be doing. Some of the shit he be doing it'd be questionable as fuck, bro. Good Kid, Mad City just spent 600 weeks on the Billboard. But don't sit there and say that's his only classic. Because, I mean, it's clearly, he has other shit. But the same thing with Drizzy. As far as the music goes, he does his work. Now, I can make a great fucking playlist if I like take shit from his albums together and stuff like that. But I mean, he do his thing. So I really don't have a horse in this race, because it's not like Big and Tupac. You knew they was. I give Big the nod lyrically, but I knew with Tupac's energy, um, he can match the lyricism with his energy like he did and hit him up. Jay and Nas, even though I'll give Nas the nod as far as technical go, Jay-Z got the flow down because, he can be more adventurous with his beats because his flow's a little bit better. The Beanie and Jadakiss, that one track back and forth, both of them are nice. So, this one is different because I don't see them the same lyrically. Drake got a great flow, and he know how to put them, how to put words together without being overly. He know how to simplify his metaphors and similes and stuff like that. A nice, something for the masses to for the masses to digest. And I ain't got a problem with that because that's just been a part of the game like that. It's always been somebody like that. Shit, with the the Cannabis and LL one, both of them like lyrically, because LL was for the ladies, but he let y'all know a bomb track. Let's be real, country is very personal. Yeah, that's another thing. I don't know. It can't. I don't know, because he's kind of the type of person who lets you know his fuck ups and stuff like that, and let you know, what he been through, the L's he's took, and all that type of stuff. If it is something, and he don't find out, well, yeah, I don't. He is a real personable dude, and he really don't be out there like that. So that's kind of difficult. But what I mean, this is huge. But outside of just fucking faith, Tupac really didn't have a lot. It wasn't a lot of personal information that Jay-Z had on Nas outside of him fucking his broad. It wasn't a whole lot that Nas had on Jay-Z outside of nigga, I'm just better than you. Same thing with Beanie and Jada. Like, they really didn't have anything personal for each other. But it was still good because they was just going at it. Cameron had all he had was the snitch shit on 50 when he went at him. Yeah, I heard he already tried to get info and all that stuff. I don't think he's gonna get that much because the West Coast has always stuck together. Even when it's beef, they don't even let no outsiders go into stuff like that. Even because some of them is now some of them are personal, but stop sitting here trying to act like it's gotta be that level of disrespect on all accounts. We gotta let that go. We not gonna get that type of shit no more because we really don't nobody want to see nobody go no more, man. Not like that, man. We don't want to see nobody go because shit can fuck around and get serious. And like I said, matter of fact, with the conscious shit, I said with Nas, for those who remember, Common when at Ice Cube. Common when at Ice Cube, when Ice Cube was the boogeyman out at the time. He had already came out with the death certificate and oh man, why I can't remember America's Most Wanted. He had already dropped that, and No Vaseline had already came out before then. And shit, Common went at him with the bitch in you. Old conscious ass Common came at Q with the bitch in you, and that shit was good. So I mean, he didn't feel it took it that far. He felt that he probably felt that he can't. It's not gonna be able to compete because the shit won't in his favor no more. Nah, I mean they might need something, but I haven't heard nothing yet. So I don't think it's gonna go no further than that. When they was at that fashion show and Chris ain't put hands on them, That might have been the only one I listened to because I was on 3MG stream and he played it because that's, if not his favorite, one of his favorites. That's his favorite artist. So I listened to that and that one was crazy. Quavo, I give Quavo his props. I wasn't expecting him to respond like that, but I fucked with it. It was cool. Chris, was the better one because he went the fuck in. Like that one was personal. But if he ain't punch homie then at that show, because he definitely looked like he wanted to. It probably wouldn't have been nothing going in. Nah. Yeah. Yeah, speaking on dead homies was crazy. Y'all not gonna sit there. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Somebody told me the Melly bar that Kendrick had. Ooh. Nigga, God damn. Say, oof, that's how you gonna throw another that's how you gonna throw a shot at your homie too. But I knew that was coming. He was gonna have something for Cole. Um that sexy red bar was crazy. And that picture where he's sitting behind her with the duck lips kind of makes it worse. Yeah, it kind of makes it worse. I heard about the Ross joint. I just saw a picture somebody put up where he had looking like a straight white dude. And another piece of context. Okay. He said we don't want to hear you say nigga no more. Number one, it's a joke. It's a play on the Kanye bar. Um, Number two, he's not telling him he can't say nigga. Just stop saying nigga when you around us, when it's convenient for you, when you around us, when you just rapping and stuff like that. He's trying to say you don't say nigga at the house. you know, you don't say nigga while you just sitting around talking to your friends unless you got the gutter ones with you. You're not using that with everybody else. So that's what that one was. Y'all took that one a little too far. It's kind of sad that a lot of people out here trying to look for blood in the battle. Haven't we lost enough rappers? Let's be honest. Haven't we lost enough? Yeah, everybody went into they just it's just yeah. Both of y'all, I agree with you, Savad and Goo. Like, did y'all went too deep into the jump? Um, well, we can't say no. Yeah, even the ones that it's not about rap beef, man. We don't want none of them. I didn't want none of them to go. For real, for real. And the shit can get like that. He don't use the word ever. I don't know. I don't know. But he definitely gives that off. And let's not try to act like he don't have his white friends. Started from the bottom, now we here talking about him coming up was just the white homies. Hell yeah, fucking right. When they was doing the bar mitzvah, when they was in the synagogue doing that jump, when he was lighting the menorah and shit like that, then they was standing at the pillar, who was in that scene? Just the white dudes. But I mean, he is black. I mean, being mixed, you still gonna. I mean, any cop in this country gonna call you a nigga because I wouldn't even say that tease because I don't mind Cole saying it. I really don't. I mean, he mixed. Logic could have did it, but he just didn't. So I ain't had no problem with it. People just taking shit too far, man. They both dropped disses. One was a little bit more bar heavy than the other, but they both did exactly what they usually do, which I don't understand why everybody's in the people. Now I understand what some people saying because a lot of people, when it's a number one dude, you want to see somebody go at him, like nobody be scared. Somebody that's going to actually come at the king. When you come at the king, you best not miss. And unfortunately, he didn't. He took the shot. Stop saying, "Oh, we heard this from other people before." Really doesn't matter if you flip the shit however you want. What do you think? Nas is the only person to say Jay-Z was ugly? Cameron said it in a second than that. He had pause, and he had the J.J. Evans nigga. He had Jimmy Walker in the video. So clearly, but that won't corny. Y'all even though y'all already heard that. that won't something that somebody had already used. The pushing P, why don't you push a T? Come on now. It's a very solid shot. The Joe Camel jump, come on, man. Like, y'all didn't use that. Like, y'all made a lot of people be making excuses when you let a lot of other shit pass. I bet not ever hit the street talking about no, I don't know. Y'all, the way y'all let Rick Ross in the door, everybody should get a pass because he was clearly a correctional officer. But if y'all gonna let shit pass, hey, that's just what it is. Me personally, I'm just here for the tunes. If it slap, it slap. If it don't, oh well. It's the 17 days shit. What is that, Savard? Because like I told you, really haven't listened to any of the shit. What is the 17 days shit? The one where they kept saying he got to respond at this time? Because that's, you respond when you respond. Sometimes you don't have to. If y'all don't get this microwave generation shit out of here, man, you respond when you respond, man. He did. Stop looking for any excuses to say it's whack and all that other shit. Just stop, man. Drake shit was cool. Both of them, he did, you know what I'm saying? He stood up for himself. You know, I figured he would, you know, because he had already had the whatchamacallit after the Pusha T shit, and he didn't respond. Nobody really says anything about that he didn't, you know, really say shit, and he really just, you know, went to Jay Prince to smooth things over. And apparently Push had some more shit for him, but come on now, 17, come on man, cut it out. The dude drop an album every 2 years. Yeah, it's not like that. I ain't even gonna lie. I really don't have any interest in him putting Pac and the AI Pac and Snoop up there. Matter of fact, damn near every battle up until the Meek shit, you had to wait. That's just what it was. But shit, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. You know, because you know we come from an era where we had to wait. We didn't know. We didn't know Jay-Z was going to take a shot at Nas and take over. We didn't know Hit 'Em Up was going to be like that. And I must say, a lot of people have Hit 'Em Up as their favorite diss track. Not the Kid. The Outlaws fucked that up for me. But yeah, man, y'all stop with that shit. It's not. Just enjoy it for what it is. See? Yo, you better stop, man. You're going to lose your Drake card. You're going to lose your Drake stand card. Matter of fact, we can't even call you a stand no more because you're just a regular fan now over here defending the shit. What's my favorite one? Between No Vaseline and the Beanie Siegel radio freestyle against Jadakiss on the not knock yourself out. Get your hands up beat. Yeah, it's between them two. Beanie was snapping. Beans was snapping, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Honorable mention for what's his name? Cannabis for first round knockout. Or was it second round? Man, I don't know. With the cannabis. The cannabis shit. Said shit was spooky. Yeah, I get like that sometimes. Yeah, I put that. It's a second round knockout by Cannabis because you got to remember, LL had already beat Kool Moe Dee and win at Jay-Z. I mean, Ice-T. And he already had proved himself to be a dude that you probably don't want to battle with. And Cannabis came up with him with some, you know, some nice ass bars. Now, due to today's time, a lot of it's gonna be pausable because different time, different day. You know, but warning, yeah, that was cool. Shit, damn near anything gonna get rich or die trying. Wayne fired back with the worst district. Whoa. Nigga, this going in it. It's cool when people can jab up and stuff like that, man. I'd rather they just kept it subliminals. Cause how long ago was the Meek and Drake shit? Cause it seems like people was clamoring. Yeah, Cannabis did go in on LL, but LL definitely stood his ground, took that hook, that uppercut that he threw, didn't go down and delivered another one. Cause he said, well, 99% of your fans wear high heels. LL said, well, nigga, 99 of your fans don't even exist. Who the fuck are you? And to be honest, LL was on some funny shit anyway, because he missed, well, both of them, it was a horrible miscommunication. Because in the 4321 song, Cannabis asked, let me get that mic off your arm. Because LL had the big ass tattoo with the mic up there and shit like that. And what are you doing asking? what are you doing talking about you going to take the mic off his arm? So you already should have knew it was like that. But the song was done. And then LL heard Cannabis verse and changed this whole jump. So a battle within the song. And the funny part for me is DMX had the best DMX had the best verse on the song. I even like some of the old one, like the very first one, the Kumo D and MC Busy B jump. Kumo D slaughtered that boy. Said his whole style was trash. Yeah, you don't deserve to win this contest. So yeah, some of them be coming up crazy, bro. It was first round knockout. All right, cool. Because he had Mike Tyson in it and they was going in, you know what I'm saying? It was like, Well, of course, Tease, you would pick the Wu-Tang nigga. You said that like I ain't already know. I don't have to ask you. You had who had the best verse. But the crazy part is, if y'all listen to 4321, everybody went in except the Master P version. Master P wasn't ass, but it wasn't as good as what everybody else was delivering. It wasn't as good as what everybody else was doing, and everybody else bought A's and A pluses and shit like that. He put the B minus work in and said, "Bitch, I passed." But it's man, I mean, I hope people can calm down, cause just relax, man, and stop saying, stop with all the jumping out the window shit. He said that Kendrick said something. All right, stop acting like he didn't. Good God Almighty. Jay-Z fans didn't act like this after Ether. I can tell you that right now. Jay-Z fans didn't act like that after Ether. If Ja Rule had any fans, they won't saying shit. So we don't even know. So because shit, 50 took it to a whole nother level. He went from just a battle rap to a battle album. He, man, more than 80% of that album, he killing that. That jump was fucked up. Damn, went in on him. We laughed at Meek when he took his L. We laughed. Especially when the Undertaker said, I ain't got nothing to do with this. When he used the Undertaker theme song, he said, nah, don't put that ain't me. But the crazy part is, maybe because most of y'all are older, some of the other stuff, it's been some battles going on under the radar. Like NBA YoungBoy has been beefing with Everybody. Everybody. You've been calling out a lot of motherfuckers. Does that not count? Because that's real beef, and the streets getting, that one is. I guess people really wanted it on because you can't say mainstream because young boy be doing stupid ass numbers. I guess with the nigga, the dude that's holding the popularity thing like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can't use the sell shit in the battle because Jay always also Nas, but he took that slug. In other cases, shit, Ready to Die sold more than um, Me Against the World, and he fucked him up and hit him up. I'm pretty sure Ice Cube sold more than Common. Common win that fam, so that ain't never the case. Is the shit nice? Yeah, boom. That's where we at, and we enjoy it. Appreciate it. I'm gonna be honest. I probably really ain't even gonna listen to them shits. Maybe till about June or something like that. I really don't feel like it. This one don't. What did that have to do with the battle? What did that have to? That had absolutely nothing to do with what I was saying about. All right, now that we have gotten that out the way, yeah, Common and Joe Budden released an EP on Drake, and Common came out with the Canada Dry Jump, but it had already passed the point where like young adults and to teenagers, the kids was listening to Common. They probably know him more as the actor now than they do a rapper. So, and I can't fault him for that. That's just a game for real. For real. I'm about to get into that, Dante. Um, Ryan Garcia whooped up on Devin Haney. Um, it's kind of hard. It's kind of difficult to tell because if he was on the roids, how would we know? Because the fight wouldn't have told that story because Ryan already got the strong left. He got the strong left hook anyway. And that's a punch he always throwing. So, and for Haney, I did not know that defense was going to be that bad. Boy, that's not. The fuck were you doing? Like, everybody already knows this is the punch he always set up for, and he doesn't move and punch well. So, when he planted them feet, the left hook is coming. And he was going face to face with them shit. He was having personal conversations with the left hook, man. So that was that. Did y'all see Canelo? Canelo fighting Ami Magia, and they uh Magia is backed by Oscar De La Hoya, and I didn't even know Canelo could speak English, but he went in on Oscar. He was calling him bitch ass and the F and a motherfucker and he a hoe and he a drug addict. Like, yo, Canelo was going in on him because Oscar went up there and was like, I'm rehab because Oscar be on that powder heavy, bro. Like, it's no secret. I've been to rehab and I'm getting myself better and I'm just here to let him know he said disrespectful things and I want him to know that I made Canelo Alvarez. And I was thinking it, and Shannon Sharp said it. Well, if you made him, make another one. We already know you can't because I can't even name a whole long list of Mexican boxers with skills outside of brawling like that. Canelo nice as shit. It ain't no way. I don't think if he would have fought, if they was to meet at the time that they were both middleweights, I'm gonna put my bread on Canelo. So he had that one. If you didn't watch the Tim Tszyu and dang, why I can't remember his name. Let me see. It shouldn't that Google search ain't gonna take that long. Fedora. If you're a boxing fan, you missed the absolute war. They both cut each other open, and it was the absolute bloody mess in there. If Tszyu didn't get cut like that, like right here, and then jump was just all up in his eye, he wouldn't have. He probably would have won. But Fedora had all this bleeding from nose to lip and all that shit. Nose and mouth was bleeding like hell. But it was a hell of a jump. Um, Crawford's supposed to be fighting this summer, so there's some fights coming up. About damn time. Get this shit together. Shout out to USC for USC 300. That was a great card. If you watched it, it was a good card. And hold up. Stop. 300 was good. Zhang Weili won by decision. That was a good one. It's not one of the popular ones like the knockout and stuff like that, but that was good. Max Holloway had a last-second knockout. It was 10 seconds in the fight, and he told Gaethje, stood in the middle of the cage and was like, "Come on, let's punch and see, punch it out to the end of the round." Pretty much the end of the fight since it was the last round. And he ended up knocking Gaethje out bad, too. Gaethje fell on his face and all that stuff. And then Paella ended up beating Jamal Hill because Jamal was really talking shit like he had figured Paella out and he had talked to Adesanya and he knew how he could beat him this time around, beat him and all that other stuff. And he got knocked out too. A lot of people are making excuses that, when Herb Dean went to break up the fight because he accidentally kicked Paella under the belt or whatever. And Paella told Herb Dean, "Chill out. Ain't no need to stop the fight. I'm good." And right after that, he caught it. Jamel threw a punch, and Paella caught him with the left and knocked him out. What's the name of that shit? Protect yourself at all times, especially if you're dealing with a striker like Paella. Paella been knocking people out. He done knocked Izzy out in 3 of the 4 fights that they've had. No, 2 of the 4 fights that they had. So he liked that, and he should have prepared himself for that, but he didn't. All right. What else we got? Oh, yeah, Alex be rehydrating like shit. He walk around at easily 220, 230, and how he can get down to 205. I don't know, because he like slender built. I don't know, but he get it done. In the NBA, Jimmy got hurt, so that means the Heat ain't taking it. They ain't stand a chance, and the Celtics didn't play with their food. Cavaliers Magic game 6 tonight. I hope the Cavs take them out because Wagner absolutely sold the last game. Knicks took out the 76ers. Boy, if y'all look at Sidewalk Talk, what's this junk called? It's a YouTube channel, and they were wilding out in the streets of New York. Side Talk. If you go to that on YouTube, they was wilding. They was cutting up. Shout out to Brunson and the Knicks for actually getting it done. You kind of caught Embiid in a weak spot because, he had the eye thing and shit like that, and the knee won't all the way together. I mean, he can still get the buckets, but you could tell he won't all the way him. Max is young. He'll get better with time. Tobias Harris is wow. Might be one of the greatest salesmen of all time. He stunk it up. But shout out to the Knicks, getting the 2 seed, winning the jump with no Randall around. So shout out to him. And the Pacers took out the Bucks. Giannis won't there, so please don't be making no memes and all that other nonsense talking about, well, they ain't done nothing since they won the championship. Giannis got hurt the last 2 playoffs. All right? Stop. Because if he playing, it's a different game. Who's going to stop him? Pascal Siakam? And, of course, let's not forget Doc Rivers is over there. So you already knew. You were cursed. Shout out to the Thunder for, taking out the Pelicans. They didn't have Zion there. And you could tell Ingram was still hurt. Ingram was not healthy. You could tell he was not Ingram at all during the playoffs. So that series. So, cut him a break, and I give the Thunder their props. Don't play with your food. Finish them off like you supposed to. Clippers, Mavs. I'm going here. Luka just got the Clippers in his pocket. He got his heart in their pocket. The T-Wolves swept the Suns. I don't think y'all noticed this, but you just can't keep throwing super teams together without the chemistry. The Suns, those three they didn't play. It was less than 30 games out of 82. So that's more than half the games y'all played with. Y'all didn't even play together. So it's hard for y'all to get the chemistry anyway. Frank Vogel really isn't known for his offensive sets. So I know that didn't help. So it was just a calamity. But, hey, hopefully, the owner says things are, the governor, somebody said things are looking up. There were no draft picks. But y'all going to have to get a coach in there that knows some offense so they can make that work. Because I think, it's a different team when they healthy. And Booker's the point guard instead of Bill. Bill's never been a point guard. When you put the point guard next to Bill, he was doing his thing with John, getting buckets when he was next to John Wall. And he was getting buckets when he was with Russell. But shout out to the T-Wolves. Shout out to the young boys. Ant-Man is not playing. And that's just what it is, bro. It's going to be a tough out. Then Denver took out the Lakers. I ain't even going to lie to you, bro. The Lakers done turned into the Cowboys of the basketball world. Not as far as them not winning no chip or nothing like that, because they just won one less than 5 years ago. But they fans be delusional. Y'all got to cut that out. First of all, you're not going to win it every year, all right? Kobe didn't win it every year. Shaq didn't win it every year. Magic didn't win it every year. Jerry West didn't win it every year. What makes y'all think that team was going to win? Like, I'm not saying they ass, but, because, AD and LeBron did their thing. But the rest of them, that inconsistency and all that other shit, and they, can't play no damn defense, because if you can't play no defense against Jamal Murray in the fourth quarter, you kind of asking for it. Yeah, because you already know in the fourth quarter, it's showtime at the Apollo for Jamal Murray. He getting ready to go in. But we don't know what they'll do. It'll be interesting. Shout out to LeBron for doing it in his 20th season. Always respect him. He hold that legacy is what's the name of that shit? He lived up to the hype. I can't do nothing but respect him, but you're gonna need a whole another team next time. With that, UConn won the college basketball championship, and I kind of felt like they would, because they got a nice mix of older players and younger players, but college basketball, it ain't got no star power no more. And hopefully they can get something out of the guys that's coming in next year as far as recruiting. College basketball needs stars. If they don't have it, that shit gonna be down. The girls had them, and they did their thing. And shout out to all of them. For those who got mad that, I don't totally agree that, what's her name? I think Asia should have had. I'm not going to put it all on Coop, because Coop is not. I'm going to give Coop a 50-50 on that. Number one, if he plays well, with him being white, let's be real. That shit could work in his favor. But number two, he's not a selfish player like that. And he usually just, he usually be chilling. So he usually help defense, pass, set the pick. He do a lot of the intangibles and stuff like that. So I don't know. That might hold him back. But if he, balls out, if he hooping and pause. He hooping and he white, yeah. We just saw what happened with Caitlin. Now, Caitlin made it to the chip, but she done lost them jumps twice to teams that were, better and stuff like that. And I don't think it's right that Asia Wilson doesn't have a shoe after doing all that dominating, but it's not like if Stewie and Sabrina can have one. You might as well get one to Asia because she's dominating like that. And people do want to see her play and stuff like that. But I'm really tired of hearing the WNBA pay argument until y'all get women to watch the damn game. Because that's what y'all need. The fans for the WNBA have been dudes the whole time. Until y'all get people to actually watch the game, come to the stadium, this, that, and the third, the pay will not go up. The NBA wasn't making no money for real. They was making enough just to hold on until Magic and Bird came in and changed the whole outlook of the whole thing. All right. And even they won't get in like the 90s kind of were the recipients of the stuff that Magic and Bird had built. And I hope that, I want them to do well, but let's be honest, the Canadian Football League make more money than the WNBA. So they gotta, let's put a halt to that. Shout out to them. I'm definitely gonna be checking out, Caitlin and Paige too. Paige Beckers, she's not gonna get no shit till she enters the draft next year. But I'll be looking forward to Paige when she come in. Shout out to Cabosa and Angel going to Chicago, Brink getting drafted. So, we'll be keeping an eye out. So, we'll be looking forward to it. And I did not know that turnover was that quick in the WNBA. Matter of fact, they're getting ready to start playing preseason games in a little bit. That's crazy. That's real crazy. All right. Now, it's draft talk time. Let's go on ahead and just, see what it is that we can talk about. I'm going to go through the pick, and I'm going to let you know where they fit in as far as where they got drafted by the team. I don't believe in giving grades because how you going to give a grade to a team and these dudes ain't even went to mini camp yet? So, it doesn't count until at the end of the season where they actually get to play. Caleb Williams to the Bears, I can't argue. Good ass quarterback. He did his thing at USC. He's talented. He's a little different, but I mean, to be honest, I really don't care. As long as if I'm the coach, as long as you winning us these games, I really don't care. I read one report where one GM said he weird like Prince. That shit was funny. But shout out to him. He got a lot of weapons. Now I will say this. I didn't see no offensive tackles getting bought over there. So y'all make sure y'all do y'all job in keeping them upright because you don't want that Joe Burrow situation going on. You don't want that at all. Shout out to the Commanders picking Jaden Daniels. You might as well. I mean, hey, they already got weapons. They also are going to have to see if they can block and get this done because they've overturned the whole thing. And I've always liked Jaden Daniels, even at Arizona State. I mean, he's malnourished, but apparently he can take the tackles. Because I've never really seen him hurt like that for real. And he just do his thing, man. Good luck to Drake May in New England. You ain't got shit over there, and it's gonna be so bad. I feel bad for any quarterback going over there for the rest of the time, because you ain't gonna do nothing but get compared to Brady. And like if you get drafted in the first round and it don't work like Mac Jones, well, Brady got drafted in the 6th or 7th round. Why didn't you? Well, he ain't Tom, so. But maybe it'll quiet them fans down a little bit. But good luck to you. Arizona picked Marvin Harrison. For those of you who saw that meme I put out there, hilarious. I don't think they should have traded it. If they could have, I retract that. They should have traded it because they could have traded back, had 2 picks, got a wide receiver. This was very rich wide receiver class. And you also they need help all across the board. So, but shout out to Marvin. He's nice. I really did like the fact that he was like, I'm not doing none of this pre-draft shit. It's just not going to happen, bro. This ain't going to go down. Watch the film. I respect it. I really don't even, I'm not salty about him not signing the NFL PA deal because, They gonna create a roster with him on Madden anyway, so it ain't like we ain't gonna have him up there. And then it ain't nothing, but it ain't like it's 2K where they not gonna have a face scan, and we know what it is, man. As long as you got the jersey number, he is height and weight, and he got some skill, the proper skills. We not taking a loss in that. But I'm sorry for Arizona fans. I feel bad for them because they don't get no jersey. Oh man, next is Joe Alt to the Chargers. Man, I knew when Harbaugh got that fucking job, he was gonna be a pain in the ass, and he already is. He should have fucked up, grabbed the wide receiver first, and not even worry about that. See, now he up here trying to build the line, and oh man, we might fuck around. They gonna be tough. I'll give you that one because that's what he do. And Joe Alda is nice. I give him that. I usually ain't that big on Notre Dame players, but he is nice. And him having the pedigree of his pops playing 12 years as a starting tackle in the league should be cool. The Giants, did y'all see Malik Neighbors' response to being drafted by the Giants? I'm gonna just leave that at that. I mean, he's a good pick because they really don't have a number one wide receiver over there. And he is talented. He can scoot. No, Tennessee grabbed J.C. Latham, a good pick. Callahan, the offensive line coach, is known for doing that, putting good linemen out there and, bringing them up, letting them do their thing. So, I ain't mad at that pick. The pick that has everybody up in arms is Michael Penix to number 8 to the Falcons. Now, I'm not picking him at 8. But I can say I see what they were trying to do. Kirk Cousins is 35 years old. Kirk Cousins is coming off an Achilles tear that he had in the middle of the season. And he's really not known as he only got one playoff win. So it's not like you getting it's not like Stafford. I knew Stafford was going to be all right. Once I knew Stafford was going to have some talent, once I saw him going to the Rams and seeing that they had some talent, I said, oh, shit. Because I always believed in Stafford's talent. I believe Kirk is a all right quarterback, but they ain't betting the farm on him. And they paid him all that damn money. And why would you pick him at 8 when you could have picked him later? Because but they might have heard somebody else was coming to get Penix. But you could have just got a regular bridge quarterback for cheap. And I ain't mad at Penix because if the Raiders would have grabbed him at 13, I wouldn't have been salty about it because we're going to need somebody to take the reins sooner or later. We don't have a franchise quarterback. So not at number 8. And matter of fact, that kind of shows that they don't have total confidence that Kurt is going to come back and beat him. So next, you had the Bears drafting Ronald Dunze. I ain't mad at that, but I'm going to tell you this right now. DJ Moore is a diva. And if he ain't going to get the proper touches, I'm going to tell you this right now. He going to want out. And that line ain't that scary. And let's not forget who else y'all playing against. The Lions' defensive line is tough. Hutchinson is headed this way, coming to a theater near you. He real. Then you got Rashawn Gary and them young dogs over there at Green Bay. So, I mean, I can't argue with what's at the skill position. But that line ain't crisp. The Vikings grabbed J.J. McCarthy. Boy, this is a desperation pick because I ain't even going to lie. And that's not like – and trust me, I'm not saying whether these guys going to be good or bad because I don't know. We don't know. Shout out to Mel Kiper and them who've made a career and getting paid to do this shit when it's not an exact science. People talk shit about Mel. Oh, man, he always get the shit wrong. Bitch, we always get it wrong. We as a collective always going to get it wrong. So you're not going to be 100. You're not going to be even 50% with the first round pick. So cut it out. Just stop. It's just not going, we all going to be wrong. Just like some of the GMs wrong. You don't know what these players are going to become. So, I just wish the best for him. But J.J. McCarthy, he did nothing at Michigan that impressed me. The Jets grab Olu Fashanu. Olu was supposed to be. They said he was net. They said he was close with Joe Alt for most of the season, and I don't know what happened with the pre-draft process, but he kind of dipped. Me personally, I liked him better as a prospect than Alt because he was playing rougher defenses between the Michigans and Ohio State. Gonna have two defensive ends that can go first round next year with JT Tuamaloa and Jack Sawyer, and he was handling. He was going in on JT, and that was enough for me to know that he had enough speed and power to be able to hold it down. And they got Morgan Moses, who old, and Tyron Smith, who is old, coming in. And Tyron Smith ain't been healthy in 5 years. So, and then the crazy part was A-Rod tore his Achilles on a non-contact injury. Denver jumped out the window for Bo Nix. I'm gonna be honest with you. No disrespect to Denver, man. Fuck Sean Payton. Um, Next was the Raiders at 13, who picked up Brock Bowers. Is this who I wanted? No, I kind of wanted the tackle for Washington because of um his versatility. Because if it works, he could play tackle. If you're not built for that, you still get a good guard. And you can put him next to Colton Miller and solidify that right side. So that's kind of what I wanted. Not mad at Bowers because dude is nice. I can't argue that at all. Little injury prone, but dude is nice. And I can't argue with the weapons. Him, Mayer, Devontae, Jacoby. I kind of like that set. So I'm not too salty. I'm cool with it. Next was New Orleans, who grabbed Fuaga, the tackle from Oregon State. Oregon State did a good job of protecting their quarterbacks the last 2 years, and this guy is one of the reasons they need help because Ramshack is hurt, and they don't know when he's coming back for the Saints. And I feel Trevor Penning is not panned out the way that they thought he would. So, good pick. The coach jumped out the window and grabbed Latu, who was told when he played at Washington that he'll never be able to play football again. Then he turned around and ended up being one of the best pass rushers in college football the last 2 seasons going in. I've seen a couple of games where he was showing out. I'm not going to count the Colorado game because that offensive line was ass. But you could tell because Latu spent more time in the backfield than the quarterback. And when you put Latu next to DeForest Buckner, you stay healthy, man. Shit could get crazy. The Seahawks grabbed Brian Murphy the second, D tackle from Texas. This is another good pickup. Another good pickup. I like that because they got some young, hungry dogs out there on the edge, and I like that. And Murphy was nice because Murphy was causing chaos and causing a ruckus against Alabama when they played them. So yeah, he go in. Minnesota Vikings picked Dallas Turner to go with Jonathan Grenard on the outside and do that. Brian Flores, I trust his defensive play calling because he does do a good job at that. So I think I don't want to see Dallas Turner just used as a pass rusher because he showed so much more. He was playing the curl. He was playing the flat. He did a little man-to-man at Alabama. There's a reason he only had 10 sacks because his versatility, he was all over the place. So if I was the defensive coordinator, he would probably be the player that I would go with defensively. The Bengals grab Amarius Mims. I'm gonna be honest, dude only played like 8 games in 3 years, man. Nah, man, I can't have that. Especially if he brittle. What you think that's gonna do? Your quarterback already getting fucked up. You couldn't have waited and grabbed somebody else. God damn, dude. You're fucking it up for everyone. The Rams grabbed Jared Verse to help out with the pass rush because I forgot the guy at the other end. The Rams defense really did cut it on towards the end of the season, and they were young, hungry, and they was out there, out there making a name for themselves. So I think that'll be a good pick. Troy Fontenot went to the Steelers. The Steelers, the Ravens, San Francisco, the Chargers. Who's another one? Oh man, I don't know who else. Green Bay. Those are teams that always find a way to draft well. They just always find a way, and not just the first round, throughout the whole damn draft. And it's annoying at this point because I want my team to be consistent. I could not even give you a top 5 of greatest draft picks out of the first round. Let's try. I might have done this before, but let's try. Charles Woodson. I pick Namdi. 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 Khalil, Max, and Derek. Okay, I could do that. Yeah. Okay. How I feel about Justin being on special teams, I think it's disrespectful. Justin Fields has been a quarterback his whole life. Why don't you just treat him as such? I hate that they always want to do this shit with the Negro quarterbacks. I'm not gonna go on and get on the soapbox. I'm gonna just continue on. Yeah, Denver and Vegas. That's why I thought if he had failed to us, I thought Penix was gonna go there. But I could understand him not going. I could understand if you wanted to pick him before other people did, but you had the 8th pick, and you could have got a bridge quarterback. You could have got Garner Minshew. You could have grabbed. There was enough people you could have grabbed. You know, they ain't got to be. They don't have to be the man because you can set that up next year. If Kirk asks, because I mean, it's not like Atlanta been making the playoffs recently, so you can miss another year. Okay, you can sit there and waste that nice ass offensive talent all you want. So yeah, I don't know why they paid that much after an Achilles injury. That made absolutely no sense to me. It wouldn't have went down. But the crazy part is they could have had Lamar. You could have used 3rd and 4th round draft picks and got Justin Fields and bought him home. Like, instead of confusing your fan base, you could have got Fields and your fan base would have rejoiced. Yeah. All right, who we had now? Chop Robinson went to the Dolphins. This was a depth pick because the Dolphins had 5 starters, 2 pass rushers, the middle linebacker, and a safety and a corner were hurt in their playoff game. And if you didn't notice, Miami had a pretty good defense. Jalen Phillips was nice. Christian Wilkins was nice. Good pickup by the Raiders. I don't give a fuck how much we paid for him. He gonna hold up a lot of blocks to free shit up for Coots and the Crawls. But yeah, Jalen Phillips was nice. Is it Brad? Damn, what's his name? Bradley Chubb. All right. I kept wanting to say Chubb Bradley so bad. Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips. Jalen Phillips was on his way to double-digit sacks. He had 8.5 in 8 games. So he was gonna play New England again. So he would have got them too. So with them two and Christian Wilkins and Jerome Baker at middle, Javon Holland, y'all might want to put a little respect on the Dolphins defense, man. They're gonna get better, man. The only departure was Wilkins, and they could put somebody else in there. Matter of fact, the other one was Phillips, Chubb, Baker, Jerome Baker, Holland, and fucking Dan Ginkle, who was doing a good job as a pass rush specialist. And Chop Robinson, although he did not get a lot of quarterback sacks at Penn State, he's an athletic freak, and if you teach him up right, he can work out in your favor. When draft picks don't work, I don't always put it on the player, depending on the situation. Sometimes you got to ask position coach. Sometimes you got to ask coordinator. Sometimes you got to ask coach. Sometimes you got to ask GM. Sometimes you got to ask owner. Or sometimes your work ethic is ass. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. I know he's a crusader for I guess, the people who've been told that they didn't fulfill the job. But Kwame Brown, you fucked that up. And I don't want to hear nobody say, well, Jordan didn't look out for him. He seemed to have worked out well for Rip Hamilton. Rip Hamilton became an all-star after that. Yeah. And I don't think he was the only one. I think somebody else was up there too that ended up being good. So, man, like I said, Sometimes it ain't always their fault. Sometimes it ain't always the players' fault. Sometimes it ain't always the coach's fault. It's varying factors. Next, we have the Eagles. That's another fucking team that can draft well. They fucked up in maybe like 96 and 97 when they grabbed Mike Mamula, who hustled them with the combine. After that, damn near all of them. They just be cleaning up. Now, Quinion Mitchell from Toledo, if you watch the draft, Nick Saban pretty much said he was tampering because he entered the portal. Mitchell entered the portal they were trying to talk him into entering the portal. Yeah, Nick really did let the cat out the bag, but ain't nobody gonna say shit. So, and he showed out at the Senior Bowl, and he did his thing at the combine. So I just didn't want the Raiders to pick him. If the Raiders was gonna pick a cornerback, Kool-Aid nice. He do his thing. He don't gamble like Arnold does. And he still ran a 4.38 on the fucked up foot. But I do like Mitchell. Mitchell went to the Senior Bowl and showed out. And usually it's every year somebody show out at the Senior Bowl and up that stock. So, and the good thing is he'll be working under Darius Slay. So, they gonna bring him in and just, the revolving door corners, Asante Samuels and all them, and senior, and then you had Troy Vincent in them. So, that's how Philly get down. Brian Thomas Jr. went to the Jaguars. Y'all don't have a line. Y'all need to block for Trevor Lawrence. There's a reason. Now, he finished in the middle of the pack in quarterback, quarterbacks that got sacked. But you could tell shit was off the whole time. Doug Peterson is looking like old school Andy Reid, overthrowing the fucking football, not running the football with a goddamn running back who can get it done for you. He's overcomplicating things for Trevor, and you can tell. They not vibing. Now, Trevor is actually out there, he's saying the right things and stuff like that because, he a Peyton Manning disciple, so he going to always say the right things as the quarterback. But y'all need to go ahead and get on one accord. And no offense, Brian Thomas is nice. But now he's the number one receiver because they didn't got rid of DJ Shark too, on top of Ridley. So it's just going to be him and Ingram. So who the hell knows? Next, the Lions grab Terrion Arnold, a nice aggressive corner with Aaron Glenn as the defensive coordinator. I ain't going to lie. The Lions been drafting pretty well the last couple of years. We might be in the mood for some perennial playoffs with them. I ain't mad at them. They doing their thing. Green Bay grabbed Jordan Morgan, the tackle from Arizona. Didn't see a whole lot of them, but I trust Green Bay with the way they drafted the last couple of years. They easily transitioned from Aaron Rodgers, so I got to trust them with that shit. The Buccaneers grabbed Graham Barton from Duke. I did watch him play, and he is nice because he done played every position on the line. So you just find out which one he's going to be best at, and you good. Help Baker in them. And, they brought back a lot of key pieces. So, and the outside is already cool with Tristan Wirfs and all them. Is it Wirfs or the other one? Yeah. Jarek Willis is at Cleveland. So Wirfs and the other tackle, he going to be cool. He either play guard or center. He can do either one. Good pickup. The Cardinals picked up Darius Robinson. I don't know nothing about dude. So, and they need some defensive help. So that'll be cool. Pardon me. I'm a little salty with this pick. I'm so sick of this team. Oh, for all the right reasons. Buffalo fucking traded their pick with Kansas City, and Kansas City ended up picking the fastest wide receiver to ever run the 40. The fastest recorded time in the 40. Why in the fuck would you help your competition who keep putting you out the playoffs? Hey, man, fuck all that. Kermit and them already do enough. He don't need no more help. Him and Andy don't need shit else, all right? God damn. And the fucked up part, Buffalo, you could have. No, they couldn't. They didn't want him. They wanted Coleman. But, man, don't make shit tough on us. Shit. Next, the Cowboys pick Tyler Guyton. I ain't gonna lie. This dude does not have a lot of experience at offensive tackle. And This is not the place to be doing that shit. With Brandon Graham coming back, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Philly still got some pass rushers over there for sure. Don't think they don't. They still got some pass rushers over there. The Commanders have added something. And don't forget about Kayvon Thibodeau. That boy is nice. And you got Tyler Guyton from Oklahoma. It look easy when there ain't no real defenders in the Big 12. You getting ready to experience the real. Baltimore, which is probably one of the best drafting teams in my football watching history, they do it the best. Grab Nate Wiggins, the speedy corner out of Clemson. One thing I like about Nate Wiggins is he knows how to use his speed. He uses his speed for effort plays and all that stuff. I see him, man. He got a YouTube compilation of him just hawking people down to keep them from scoring when they could have easily just, he could have just easily just gave up. So he already fit there. Bobby Humphrey gonna help him. Bobby Humphrey gonna help him learn the peanut punch, and he gonna be cool. Queen gone, yeah. But y'all still got Roquan, right? Man, I'm gonna tell you this right now, Dante, and because I'm an older. So you're a Ravens fan, Dante? Is that what you're saying? Or are you trying to say? Oh, are you saying Dallas needed the middle linebacker? Which one? Let me know. What you saying, son? Hey, son. What you saying, son? Oh, okay. Man, ever since y'all drafted Ray Lewis, that defense has not been ass. Sit here and tell me a year that defense been ass. They may not have been as good as it was been previously, but I can tell you this right now, that defense ain't ass. And I'm pretty sure they got somebody who can fill in that spot. Trust me. Trust me. Then you got San Francisco grabbed Ricky Purcell. I ain't even gonna lie. With the way that dude Shanahan called, is it Shanahan? Yeah, is it Shanahan? Yeah, is it Shanahan, son? Yeah, the way he called offense, he'll be all right. I ain't gonna lie. If it don't work, it's because he asked. That don't count. Injuries don't count. You can't count shit that you ain't got no control over. But I just watched y'all give Kermit hell. So y'all defense was the reason y'all was in the game. So don't worry about it. Baltimore will be fine. Barring injuries, because that's the only thing that'll slow y'all up. Because I want to say that COVID year, every running back got hurt. So I wouldn't worry about it. Then the last pick, the Panthers traded up to get Xavier Leggett from South Carolina, wide receiver. Now, Xavier Leggett is nice. I give him that. He got some skills. But as Carolina, didn't y'all get tired of y'all quarterback doing all that running for his damn life? Didn't y'all get tired of this tiny ass nigga looking up at the sky the whole goddamn? He was getting fucked up out there. Y'all need some line help. All right? Just because you put a wide receiver out there, that don't help shit. Oh, yeah. Leggett is country as it gets. Boy, I'm telling you. Yo, I know they trade. Oh, okay. What you talking about? I don't know what you talking about. Yeah, he country as hell. Like the dudes on the Raw Room football podcast say he sound like the assistant coach, Farmer Fran from the Water Boy. The one that had the overalls, the one that was holding his nipples on the last play of the game. But him, man, that Bobby was shaved. Yeah, he country as shit, man. What you call it too? Keon Coleman country in the motherfucker too, but that's different from when you from the boot, like South Carolina, Mississippi, Arkansas. Yeah, they kind of got they got a southern thing. That's it gets a little different. But that was the first round. I mean, outside of I don't know what the fuck Buffalo did and the Penix shit, because that could have been handled another way. I wasn't really, I was surprised that many goddamn offensive players went in a row. But if you notice, scoring was down this past season. Scoring was down. That's why they, went on ahead and didn't hesitate with getting rid of the hip tackle, the hip drop tackle, because that's going to, let defenders just get dragged in the damn end zone. That's not the reason the players, I mean, it hurts people, but it's not as hurtful. It doesn't hurt as many people as them continually having all this off time. With them giving them more time, they don't. Sometimes I know some teams that don't even hit in practice. What? When we played, and this is just high school, the only day we didn't hit was the day before a game. That was the only time, and that was just tackling. We still would, knock shoulder pads and stuff like that. The line was still active. The line, offensive defensive lineman was still going at it, but there wasn't no tackling. That's kind of the reason why a lot of people do get hurt, because you're not used to tackling if you're not doing it in practice, and you're not used to getting tackled, which is crazy because it's going to happen, but it's a different NFL. I ain't gonna say it's either it's bad or worse, but what they're trying to do. Trying to bring in more casuals, which is crazy because no other sport makes as much money as the NFL as far as this country. So, one thing you can say about billionaires, they greedy. They want more. It ain't a billionaire who ain't, bro. Trust me. If they got a plan and oh man, this sounds like this could help people, it's gonna help them the most at the end. So they ain't gonna stop that. So that's just a part of the game. We just hope that y'all, make better decisions with shit. Stop getting mad when the defense does their thing, because it's fucking talented defenders out there. I'm sorry. Sometimes there's people out there you can't block. So that's just a part of the game. So enjoyed the draft. It was a somber moment for me. The first one without Pops. It was kind of tough. But my uncle was texting me during it. So, because he had already knew what was up. So shout out to him for checking on your boy. Do I really have anything? I really don't have shit else. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just a little quick. April and May. April, there was a lot of shit going on in April, wasn't it? April was busier than a motherfucker, boy. God damn. April was busy. It was just shit just happening just all the time. Couldn't go a week without that shit. I'm gonna read it. Yeah, I ain't diving into the basketball shit all the way, but Ant-Man won the crown. Ant-Man want to be the best player in the league. Like, no cap. And I don't mind people saying it because we all seeing the same thing. But do not forget about Frenchie. Frenchie averaged 20, 10, and 2 blocks, and then they're still in the half a game as a rookie. So he might get there, but he's not going to go there alone. Frenchie's on the way. And don't forget about the Memphis High Flyer out there. Don't forget about him. He coming back with a vengeance next year. You gonna get all these dances, boy. You gonna get all these dances. Y'all gonna get all these dances, boy. Don't forget about Ja. He will be back. Now, they won't give it to Shea, but I think Shea should be in the conversation too, because he might be right now the most unstoppable offensive player in the league. I'm going to go. It's him, Brunson, and he not as greedy as you would want him to be as far as the score, because Durant can get buckets at any time. But I think, somebody got to put a spark in him or something like that, because 25 is simple for him. But that's not, especially, but go ahead and get the 40. So I'm gonna put them at Zion can stay, if the team can stay healthy, because Ingram was hurt too, and they need a fucking point guard bad. They get a point guard on that team, it can get real over there. They need a point guard. Toronto need a point guard, and Orlando need a point guard. If them three could get point guards, they could do a little something. They can make some things happen. I was watching Gil's podcast, and I ain't even gonna lie. Rashad McCants had a real good. I'm gonna be honest, DeJounte Murray, yeah, because I would trade a first round pick, Wagner, and Fultz. What's the name of the cuz? Damn. Cole Anthony. I would get rid of Cole Anthony, Markelle, shit, both of the Wagner brothers, and a pick to get him over there to Orlando. Him, Suggs, whoever the hell they want to put at the 3, Paolo and Wendell Carter, that's nice. Any team you put DeJounte on, that's nice. You're going to take them there. So you can have DeJounte, Jones, or Murphy, whichever one of them boys start for New Orleans, B.I., Zion, and Valanciunas. You can't tell me that ain't a nice-ass lineup. Or you can go to the north. DeJounte, R.J. Barrett, Scotty Barnes. I don't even need the other two. Who gives a fuck? Just rebound. I think they are gonna get rid of Trae Young because this. I don't know whether it's he don't like nobody in the leadership position. He didn't like Nate McMillan. He got him fired. It sounds like he don't like Quinn Snyder. He gonna get him fired too. I don't think he's going to San Antonio because I don't think Pop is gonna let him come over there and don't play no defense. I really don't see that shit happening. But if he goes to, he can work out in Orlando because whatever point guard he can't guard, Jalen Suggs can take care of him. Because Jalen Suggs be locking up. Let me see who else. Somebody else. Is anybody gonna use any of the old niggas? Because I ain't even gonna lie. I get rid of Anunoby and take DeMar DeRozan over there. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'd much rather have DeMar than Anunoby in there. No offense to Anunoby, because he do lock up, but he shaky his tail on offense, bro. And it looked like the Lakers just gonna fire him and blame him, but y'all really didn't put a good lineup out there for real, for real. D'Lo was having games with no points. I've never seen a more hype 15-point a game score than Austin Reeves. It was sometimes Rui won't doing shit. I definitely don't want to hear nobody say shit about Anthony Davis. He played a lot of games this year, and he was fucking hooping. We can't even call him street clothes. Brittle or no shit like that. But there's some teams that could be a piece away from, at least getting to the conference finals. But right now, it looks like it's, I don't know, that Minnesota and Denver matchup, that's interesting. Because, Rudy can't get no buckets like that. So, how do you slow up the Joker? I don't know. This shit tough money because Rudy can't score enough to do that. Zach, I don't know. It's something about Zach's attitude that I just don't fuck with. It just don't seem conducive to winning basketball or team basketball. I would just say winning basketball. There's something about Zach that just don't work, man. It just something ain't up, bro. Something ain't up. But if you got the right team around him, you could probably do something. Like if Zach or DeMar went to Golden State, I think they can fall in line. Or if both of them go over there to help Braun, that's cool. Because it really don't matter. You can trade these young pieces. Not like the other ones you had. Because Kuzma could work out real good. I know he can shoot a little better than Rui Hachimura. You already know KCP can shit. He can give you that 15 Reeves was giving you and play a little defense. Oh, yeah, you did win the championship with him, didn't you? The fuck? They going to cook the ham, but I ain't going to put all the blame on him. The draft is coming up. I cannot lie, y'all. Just on prospects alone, this might be one of the weakest drafts I ever seen. Now, I say that to say there are some players, if I was the coach, if they fail to me, I would know what to do. how I would coach them. I don't know if they're going to respond to it. What they're getting for Clay, Doritos, they don't even get to pick the flavor. He don't lock up like that no more. The shot is here and there, man. Man, it ain't what it used to be. And I can guarantee you this right now. You might can get something out of him if he just a spot up shooter. Clay would work great with LeBron. Because he wouldn't have to dribble. He ain't got to do no moving. He ain't got to do shit. Catch and shoot. But this draft, it ain't. Now, some players I would take, because I would take Justin Edwards. Because I know what I can do with that one. I like Alex Sarr. Because I know Charlotte's going to have a high-ass pick, so I just want to see what they're going to do. If Charlotte got a chance, just get Alex Sarr, man, and we can just do that. And we can go ahead and trade LaMelo, too, because he ain't going to be healthy. He ain't going to be healthy. Need to take a JJ. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. And what I was saying earlier about McCants was talking about LeBron and JJ got the show where they be going over plays and talking about the mind and talking about the X's and O's of basketball. I wouldn't be surprised, like McCann said, if JJ ended up being the coach on the team that LeBron is playing for. Wouldn't surprise me at all. But this draft, it ain't it, bro. What's the other name of other homie? I'll take Ron Holland. Ron Holland got a skill set. He can do some things. Robert Dillingham, don't be stupid. Take that instant offense. Because I can tell you this right now. It didn't work with our I thought he was going to the Hornets. Who? JJ? Hell no, he ain't going over there. And that with that black hole of talent. We got 3 players. I go 3.5 because shit, Bridges is not coming back after having a good year. Mark Williams was hurt. The only player who played most of the season was Brandon Miller. And he got better. I wasn't, from where we had to draft it, I wasn't mad at it. It was cool. I ain't had no problem with Brandon Miller. Didn't like what he did in the tournament, but I knew he would be all right because this is 82 games, so this is a little different. But I think Trey should go to Toronto. Rob Dillingham. Rob Dillingham at Toronto was good. The reason it didn't work with R.J. Barrett in New York because R.J. Barrett is an alpha. He want to be the leader. He want to be the number 1 option. All that shit. He's the 3rd option in New York. He's not even used to that shit. And they won't call no plays for him. And he was more or less a spot-up fucking shooter. Now, he did get kind of better at that than he was when he got in the league. But that's not his game. You pair him with Rob Dillingham and fucking Scotty Barnes don't give a fuck about scoring a whole bunch of points. He just want to affect the game in as many ways as he can. Trey not going to the Heat. I can tell you that right now. Spo ain't playing that no defense shit. Y'all got to y'all have to remember when they come to some of these teams, they still have coaches where you're going to have to learn. Yeah, you ain't going to have to, we don't need you to be Kawhi in 2014, but we going to need you to lock up. You're going to try. And sometimes Trey don't even try. So that shit ain't going to, and if you think you think Trey Young going to be out there hoisting all them goddamn threes, going 8 for 24 with Jimmy Butler on his team, shit. Shit. Boy, it ain't no way. And I'll tell you this right, I don't want him at the Magic because I think Paolo got a chance to, I think Paolo got a chance to be a superstar in this league. So I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody going out there fucking up that ascension. We ain't for that shit. Bulls, no, the Bulls got Kobe White, who I thought should have won most improved. Kobe White really proved himself to be a good player. He worked and, did his thing. Now, if the Zach thing ever worked out, they still kind of hurting from drafting Patrick Williams. And Vucci May don't fit. All right? Vucci May don't fit. Where does he fit? Who the fuck knows? You can go to Toronto as long as you get the fuck out the way. RJ won't that bad the ball. But what's the other dude in the draft? Buzelis? Yeah. He probably my favorite prospect out the whole jump because there ain't nothing he can't do. He a little hungry. Oh, so Dennison is a Heat fan. I mean, he wrote that shit down like I just didn't say nothing. Like I didn't say none of the shit I just said. How far behind are we? I just said he don't play no defense in that shooting. Jimmy gonna put hands on him. I think they can go if they need to do something. First of all, you only got one contract on the jump. Y'all gonna have to spend. Miami gonna have to spend some damn money. Stop being cheap and spend this goddamn bread, man. We don't have time for that bullshit. Spend the bread, do your thing. That's number one. Number two, get you a center. Bam is not a center. He's not built for it. He can't play it. I mean, he can play it. He can do what he do. But why have him be effective in 60 games when you can have him effective in 82? I mean, I fuck with Jaime Jaquez off the bench. So it could be whoever you get at point. Hero, Jimmy, Bam, and whoever you can get at center. I wouldn't even the Vucci man could work. Vucci man could fit in there. He would do all right. Yeah, he is because he asks too much for players. It's not. You can only run that shit that you did last year. That's not going to be something that you're going to keep repeating. It's not going to be something that you're going to be able to keep doing. And me personally, I trade Hero, and I'll take whoever we get at point. Jimmy, uh, Jaquez. No, not Jaquez. Jovic, Bam, and Vucci man. I think Jovic is nice. And this is my theory on European players. If you don't play them the way that you saw them play when you wanted to draft them, there's no need to draft them. If you're not going to play them the way that they know how to play, then you just don't. It ain't even no need to pick them up. European players are used to everybody touching the ball, 5 out, moving, rotating, off ball screens, on ball screens. Well, everybody damn near 4 out of the 5 can actually dribble. Maybe shit, damn near 4 to 5 other players on the court can drive, shoot. You know, they teach them the whole game, how to pass, how to dribble, how to shoot from all the areas, all that shit. They give them the whole game. So that's what you have to use him for. And I think Jovic is nice. But unless they put him in the position that he used to doing, like, hey, don't worry about the defensive shit. It ain't gonna be too many. Now I'm gonna tell you this right now. There's some fucking beasts in the league and some fucking dogs. But it ain't like different, it ain't like everybody gonna fuck you up. They might, because it's a very skillful league. And since I mentioned JJ earlier, talking about the Jordan era was watered down because he had what's the name of that shit? Because 6 expansion teams came in. Well, he didn't play none of them in the playoffs. That's when the fucking matters. The fuck are you talking about? There's nothing watered down about the Knicks when they had Patrick Ewing. There was nothing watered down about the Pacers with Reggie Miller. There was nothing watered down about the Magic with Shaq and Penny. So that's 3 teams that you got to fucking deal with already. With goddamn they had good ass teams. So I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Now I wouldn't say it was watered down, but LeBron going to 9 finals in a row. And that's not all his fault. D Rose got hurt. Boston got old. Dwight was silly. The expansion teams, it was a couple. It was the Heat, the Magic, the T-Wolves. Heat, Magic, T-Wolves. There was another one. Vancouver and Toronto and Charlotte. That's the 6 teams that was during his career that came in the league. And shit, if it weren't for Zoe's ego, Charlotte could have did something. Because Muggsy, Dell Curry, Kendall Gill, Larry Johnson, and Zoe, shit. They were not an easy out. No, they were not. If Zoe's ego didn't take it, if Zoe's ego wasn't tagged, that would have worked. And Larry Johnson's back didn't get fucked up. And it didn't take that long for Charlotte to get good, to turn into a playoff team. It did not take long. It did not take long for the Magic to turn into a playoff team. It took a while for the Heat. It took a while. No, it didn't. Because by the time Steve Smith got there, it was a playoff team. So the only ones that was really ass after the 10, it didn't even take the Raptors 10 years to make the playoffs. It didn't take them that long at all. Vancouver was ass, but most of it, by the time Minnesota, I don't know when they came in the league, but it didn't take 10 years for them to turn into a playoff team either. All of them had a draft pick in that time span that turned them into a team for real. You saw what the Magic did. I keep wanting to say Kobe and Shaq. Penny and Shaq. T-Wolves. They made the playoffs with Garnett and Marbury. I just mentioned Charlotte, so for him to say that's watered, there's no era of the NBA that was watered down. Not for real, for real. There's always some skillful motherfuckers out there. There's always a bucket getter out there. It's always, it's just different. He was decent. Now they got real good after he left. When they grabbed Alonzo Mourning and had Tim Hardaway and Dan Marley in them, yeah, that shit kind of changed. PJ Brown and shit like that. Magic did their thing. He got to play against Vince, but they didn't get good till after T-Mac left. And well, shit, if the Raptors had kept Isaiah Thomas in the front office, he was going to put a whole nother team together. Because he wanted, it was supposed to be Damon Stoudemire, Camby, Vince, T-Mac, and it was somebody else too. It was one more young player that he wanted. You know what? It was supposed to be Camby, Garnett, Damon Stoudemire, Vince, and T-Mac. That was the team that, because he said it on All the Smoke, that was the team Isaiah was trying to put together for the Raptors. But they got rid of him right after the Camby draft. Because he couldn't get Garnett the year before because he cool with Kevin McHale. And he told Kevin McHale, yeah, this dude can hoop. And Kevin McHale was like, fuck it. But yeah, some of them teams, man, they wildin', man. Like I said, the Hornets was good. If my homie, he ain't in here no more, my homie O'Neal, he remembered. Do we believe the buzz is back? Charlotte Hornets going to take it all. That was from the commercial. It was nice. They had a team, so I ain't going to say all that. You could say the Wilt era was watered down, but shit, it won't that many 7-footers out there that were as athletic as Wilt. If you don't believe me, YouTube the shit. Wilt was fucking ridiculous, bro. A fucking freak of nature, which is what he's supposed to do, just like every other freak of nature that come in the league. Shit. LeBron's a freak of nature. He dominated. Nobody can match that athleticism with that build. So the same thing Wilt did. He just did it at the small forward position. You can't say that shit about Magic and Bird because they won't winning it every year. And it was teams out there that beat them. If the Rockets had kept the Twin Towers together, the 70s, I wouldn't say it was the weakest. Now, they lacked a lot of star power because of the ABA. The ABA kept them from having a lot of stars out there, like Rick Barry, Dr. J, George Gervin, David Thompson. It was a lot of players that did. Moses Malone. The ABA kept them from doing it. But I ain't going to lie. That was the most parity the league had ever seen. I don't think any team repeated in the 70s. And for me personally, that's what I like to see. Bring on the parity. I love not knowing who's going to win the damn shit. I love that shit. I don't give a fuck what sport it is. I was so happy the Rangers and the Diamondbacks was playing in the World Series, man. I was pleased as punch. Shit, it looked like the Knights getting ready. I know y'all don't watch hockey, but the playoffs is going out all right. They swept my boy. They swept the Capitals, man, because the Capitals was limping into the playoffs anyway. And Ovechkin is finally, that shit kind of hurt my soul, man. Damn, man. Because he my favorite hockey player all time, Ovechkin. And, it just hurt to see Cuz, out there hurt, old and shit like that. Starting to get back into baseball. I'm not watching games like that. I'm going to get into that soon. I probably won't watch no games till after All-Star break, but I stay on the MLB channel on YouTube. Stay up there. If you want some excitement, watch Ellie De La Cruz, man. Wow. Exciting. The Lightning got eliminated, which kind of ends that streak because they were kind of like the Spurs of hockey for like the last 10 years. Like they were a threat all the time. Yeah, it was crazy out there. Yeah, it was crazy. But they finally got beat. I want to say the Panthers beat them, so they out. And the last year's champs, the Vegas Knights, they're down in their series, so it's a lot of parity in hockey. And even when teams dominate for real, it's tough. But yeah, I'm getting back into the baseball shit, man. I'm telling you, man, there's some players out there. Now, that's not as many superstar pitchers as it used to be, but there's still some good ones out there. And that pitch clock is out there fucking up their arm and shit like that. Man, fucking Mike Trout got hurt again, man. Damn, that hurt. He getting ready to fuck around and have the Ken Griffey career. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, if Ken Griffey don't get hurt, Ken Griffey is supposed to be the greatest baseball player of all time. No argument. Whatever player you bring up, he was better than him at something. I'll tell you right now, he was either faster than them, could hit better than them, was a better fielder. Pick one. He was better. Barry was nice as shit, but when you comparing somebody who clearly is on steroids, this nigga Barry, to somebody who never did the shit like Griffey, yeah, I'm telling you right now, he was the best. But yeah, we starting to get back into it, man. We starting to get back into the fold because getting into everything, man. Last year I tried and it was rough with all the sickness, and like I said, last year was a bad year, man. This nigga Dennison. I hate that little dude got us laughing at that. Well, man, what the fuck else we got going on, man? Yeah, really ain't shit, for real, for real. We chilling, man. Y'all watched any good movies lately? I'm gonna watch some old ass movies this weekend if I remember. Your memory can be ass. If you don't think about this shit again. Yeah. He's faster than Otani. Remember, Dante, he got hurt. Like, Ken Griffey has years that he did not play and still ended up in the top 10 in home runs. I can't compare him as fielders because, Otani, I really don't see him play the field like that. But Griffey had a better bat, and he's faster. Now, Otani is up there. I would definitely put Otani in. When it comes to most talented baseball players, Otani, if you pick him, I can't be mad at that because you knocking damn near 500-foot home runs and 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Oh, you something special. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But they in that category. Bo Jackson is up there. Even though Bo, he really never got the hitting down. Like, he was always in the fringe 250 to 270 type of hitter. And I know y'all probably seen the story with the dude that played for Mississippi State that can pitch with both arms. I'm waiting to see on that because I can tell you that right now. If he could have did that beforehand, I don't think he would have made it because, when baseball find them a prodigy, they own it. And sometimes they don't ever give up hope. They'll wait for you to get good. But yeah, I'll give it to Otani, but he ain't shit. I'm trying to tell you, Dante. Ken Griffey should be in the conversation like Michael Jordan. Like Michael Jordan was the best player in the 90s that a lot of people consider like Ken Griffey. And Ken Griffey and the majors had Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa. Like it had a lot of great players on there. And he was more talented than all of them. I want to say a 10-time Golden Glove. And plays center field, which is up there with as far as all that shit in the middle is tough. Catch is tough. Pitch is tough. Second base and shortstop and center field is tough. Now the corners, they get a little hectic too. All right, because usually when people get to the corners, sometimes they ain't aiming for that shit. Sometimes you get an asshole like Tony Gwynn, who was probably the best hitter I had ever seen. Tony Gwynn was one of them dudes who could actually like put the ball where he wanted, which is fucking unfathomable to think about in baseball. But I've seen him do it. If you get a chance, look at a video on YouTube of Chipper Jones from the Braves talking about him. Like Chipper Jones was a rookie, and Tony Gwynn was literally just hitting around him, too high for him to jump. He moved over to the right a little bit. He hit it to the left. He moved to the left. He done knocked this shit to the right. Like Tony Gwynn made a real. Tony Gwynn with hitting is kind of like Steph Curry shooting. Ken Griffey had a better bat than Aaron Judge. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Like, you know how Judge is slumping right now? Griffey ain't none of that shit, bro. There were absolutely no holes in his game. Let me see. Anybody in here old enough to remember Beavis and Butthead? They killing Aaron Judge with that. I seen this shit again, bro. Killing little Aaron. Now, Aaron nice as shit. Now, don't get me wrong. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to stop saying this shit at all. I think them niggas on roids. Him and Giancarlo. But he's not a better fielder. There's no way he's a better fielder. Especially with this nigga sitting up here with no golden gloves to his name. So he ain't a better fielder. At 282, he definitely can't be faster than Ken. So the bat, yeah, because you got to remember, it's not just about the home runs. Sometimes you got to hit for control. Sometimes you got to hit to move people so you can put the pitcher in the, it's not all about the homers when it comes to the bat. So, and you got to remember this, the prettiest swing that the league probably will ever see. Nobody can't nobody fuck with that. That swing crazy. Let me see. Where he been batting? Oh yeah. He's just a little bit lower than Ken as far as the batting average goes. But yeah, I give it to him. Like, just think about Mike Trout. Oh, Ken Griffey? Oh, easily. Easily. You pull him up on two, they're gonna let you know. You will get informed. I'm telling you right now. Just picture, because Mike Trout is considered one of those type of players that can do everything. So just think if Mike Trout was black, and instead of being 6'1" or 6 feet or 5'11", he was 6'3". He was 6'3". Yeah, you gotta do some research on Ken, man. Man. I ain't gonna lie. That talent was crazy, bro. Now that's been something that, maybe not all together, but they can still do something because Ichiro could hit his ass off and he could feel like a motherfucker. He just ain't had no power. Miguel could bat his ass off too. Fat Boy Cabrera. Mike Trout is nice. Ohtani nice as shit. Mookie Betts don't get the respect that he deserves for being such a good ass all around player. Freddie Freeman. And if you need a laugh, just look up a Freddie Freeman gif when he was with the Braves. He did a body roll yeah, with his arm like, y'all got Freddie was wilding, bro. I'll give it to A-Rod, even though it was roids and he was lying like shit. There's a lot of young guys that play like Ken nowadays, like Fernando Tatis Jr. I'm a big fan of his game. What you call it out there fucking up? He lost weight for nothing. Oh, Vlad, why are you out there not hitting the baseball, Vlad? But yeah, like I said, that's just me. There's still like some saucy ass baseball players out there. It's crazy. Shit, it was back then too that didn't get all the love. I'm just bullshitting until I get to this 2 hour mark and I can get out there because I had to give y'all something. Was gone for a minute, ain't had nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? Nigga up with the do rag. I got this shit on a little tight too. I know it's gonna leave a mark on this forehead. But hey, the women's like it. They say I'm silky smooth. All right, they go to 2 hour mark. Appreciate y'all coming by. Probably won't be streaming like no video games or nothing like that, but I definitely will try to get back to y'all like between Saturday and Sunday next week. Next weekend, I'm gonna definitely try to do something. Cause shit, it don't matter. To talk about anything, I ain't even had no script. I might go back to doing that because it helps me remember a lot of shit, but I probably won't have to. But either way, appreciate y'all for coming out. Much love and appreciation. Thank y'all so much. And as I will continue to always say, be easy and be you, because that's all the fuck you can be. I'm out.